Yes guys, welcome back to the channel. You know the drill, we are back up in Manchester for another match day. This time we got Brighton. Obviously last time we were here, didn't work out to plan. Unfortunate 1-0 loss to Arsenal, but do you know what, we're coming off the back of back-to-back wins for the first time, big result at Anfield. So, do you know what, things are potentially on the up, but if I'm being real, this is the real test. You know, this is the one that is gonna determine, and you mate. But yeah, this is going to be the real test, you know. Today we're going to figure out whether or not we can kind of build on that form, build on that result and make it through on the bounce, you know. It hasn't been easy. Amarin's had a tough time, the boys have had a tough time. But if we want to kick on and we want to get ourselves into a position where we're looking at European football next season, a result like this against a bogey team is where we're going to make it happen. So, of course, we're gonna make our way towards the ground, get a few drinks in, of course. I'm joined with the man Kai, of course. Just to jump in there. Can never go by myself. Come on, always gotta be joined with Kai. But yeah.
Predictions, KB?
Predictions.
3-1.
Let's save that one. Let's save that one. He's going 3-1, but mine, I'll save that for the stadium. But yeah, we're gonna get a few drinks, wait for the lineups, of course, and yeah, catch you guys in a bit. Yes guys, we're in the ground, ready for kick-off. So we got the job done against Liverpool last weekend, but this is the real test, you know. Brighton here today at home, a team that is very much our bogey team. 1 win in our last 7 against them and 6 losses. So I said this is going to be the real test. Can we continue our form? We finally got back-to-back wins. Hopefully we can make it through on the bounce today. Talking points going into this game, starting off with Bruno. 300th match, you know. He's been a staple piece since we've signed him, and you know, like I said, got a lot of respect for him as a player. Like I said, we hold him to a different standard because of his ability, but like I said, I'm thankful that we've had 300 games of him, and here's to plenty more. But like I said, Brighton, you know, they have been in decent form. It's nice to see former player in Danny Welbeck come back. Again, someone else has been in quite decent form. And yeah, today's going to be an interesting one. Obviously, we hope. That's his best mate. And yeah, today's going to be an interesting one. You know, like I said, if we can follow up with a performance, put the shift in we put in at Anfield, there's no reason why we should be leaving here without 3 points. I think someone like Cunha, especially today, should be looking to get his first goal, if not assist, get a contribution. Like I said, his performances have definitely warranted one, and I feel like today is going to be one of those days where he gets himself on the score sheet or an assist. So looking forward to that, hopefully. Yeah, we can't underestimate Brighton, but the one thing we've been consistent in is starting fast. If we can start fast, put them under a bit of pressure and get an early goal, we can dictate the rest of the game. So hopefully we can do that. Me personally, I feel that it's not going to be an easy game, but I feel like it is a game where we can grab a 2-0 win in. Cunha on the score sheet, maybe another Sesko goal would be nice. But like I said, there's a quiet confidence that we can make this through on the bounce, and like I said, change the narrative about us this season. So fingers crossed we can get that done. But yeah, let us get into the game.
3-1 United! Come on!
If it's 3-1, I'll go 2-0. But yeah, let's get into the game.
Away!
Yes, the look.
Wee. Play on, play on. Go on, Kobe. Come on, United! Come on, United! No!
Yes, guys, we made the trip back home. I'm absolutely shattered. You know, me and Kat put in quite the shift today. But you know what? At the end of it is always nice to knowing that you got 3 points in the bag to show for it. You know, obviously win, lose or draw, we're always there. But especially with the performance we put out today, and like you said, securing 3 points against a team that we don't win against usually, you know, it is that extra bit rewarding. So yeah, that definitely felt good. Positives to take out of the game now, I'm thinking, first and foremost, I'm thinking the right-hand side. Our right-hand side been a problem position for us for a while, but to know that we have Mbomo and Ahmad who have started to build a strong connection over there, you know, they were dangerous today, and they've been looking dangerous the more and more that they play together. So I'm looking forward to seeing that relationship develop, and of course it is going to be frustrating once they go off to AFCON. But yeah, honestly, for a position that has given us trouble for so long, to have that, to feel a lot more confidence in that position being locked down is reassuring. I think one of the other things I wanted to look at is obviously the rest of that front three. And Bomo with Cunha and Sesko, just, he started to see it click. And in seeing that, I felt a lot more confidence for someone like Bruno and Casemiro in the midfield, because there's less pressure on them to carry more weight. So yeah, we always end up talking about Bruno, and I feel that in a game like today, despite it being his 300th appearance for United and a game that you thought would have got a lot more attention, he was able to kind of just do him quietly and keep it ticking, you know, do the right things, not have to do anything spectacular, and like you said, United get a result from it. So I'm happy for that, and of course congratulations to Bruno for getting his 300th appearance. And a last thing I wanted to touch on before I sign out is, I'll be honest, referee Anthony Taylor, you were shambolic today. I don't know what it was, don't know what you were on, but just weren't at the races. Like I said, maybe for anyone watching at home, maybe you have a bit of a different opinion, but from what I saw in the stadium, and I'm sure plenty of other people agree with me, it just wasn't good today. And I don't know where these random allocations of time were being pulled from. I don't know where 7-8 minutes came from at the end of the game. Just a lot of things didn't add up, but again, can't complain. We got the result. I'm not going to work my head up about that. But yeah, Anthony Taylor, shocking today. Anyway, guys, that is going to be all from me. It is a pleasure to be back at Old Trafford and bring you another video, of course. So if you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment and subscribe. If you're new around here, check out some other videos. We've got plenty going on, and hopefully got plenty more coming soon. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.